Guys, happy Friday. I'm looking forward to the weekend, although this entire break has felt like the weekend. This video, by the way, is one long video for Spanish 1, 2, and 3. And this next little segment here, you're going to see the timestamps you need to jump to for your class. But two quick announcements. Tomorrow, Saturday night at 11:59 p.m., all of your assignments are due. Also, Monday next week, whenever I see you, well, whenever you see me, you'll have a quiz over vocabulary section 1 and the grammar section 1. All right. Also, before we go on, I need to tell you about these wonderful Ben & Jerry's chocolate chip cookie dough chunks. They're amazing. I got them Rachel got them for me at the store today. If your parents or you get out to the store to grab a few things, pick up Ben & Jerry's chocolate chip cookie dough chunks. All right, see you guys. All right, welcome Spanish 1 students. Today we're on page 164, and we're going to go all the way through page 167. So turn there. We're going to be learning about a few stem changing verbs. The first verb that we're looking at are stem changing verbs from O to UE. So we see jugar, where the U changes to UE. We've done that before. If you don't have that in your notes, add that. But today we're going to be learning dormir, which means to sleep. And so we see here we have duermo, duermes, duerme, and duermen. But notice that the nosotros and vosotros forms do not have a stem change. We just have dormimos for the nosotros form. Also, you'll see this bubble on the left, the cloud. It shows hablar, comer, and escribir. And that's just reminding you of normal AR, ER, and IR endings for the present tense conjugations. All right, so we're also going to follow the almorzar. See point number 2, almorzar, to have lunch, volver, to go back or to come back, and llover, which means to rain. And also it says that we can use dormir hasta to say you sleep until a certain time. So los domingos dormimos hasta las 11. So on Sundays we sleep until 1. That sounds very nice. All right, so for this grammar section here, we're just going to do activity number 11 and activity number 12. Turning the page, we're looking at stem changing verbs for E to IE. We already know one in that bubble to the left. Tener is a stem changing verb, which means to have. The E changes to IE, where we have tienes, tiene, tenemos, and tienen. But the yo form of tener is also irregular, and it's tango. It does not follow the stem changing rules. But we're going to look at verbs such as empezar, merendar, entender, querer, and that's it. So empezar, it gives us as an example, we have empiezo, empiezas, empieza, empezamos, and empiezan. Merendar, the E that changes to IE is the E after the R, the second E. So meriendo. In entender, the E after the T is what changes to IE. Entiendo. In querer, the E after the U is what changes. So we have quiero. All right. And we're going to do activities number 14 and 15 for this section. That's it for today. Have a great weekend. Hey, Spanish 2 students. Today we're going to be on page 172, and we will end on page 175. We're going to be talking about reflexive pronouns. So reflexive pronouns are there to show that the subject acts upon itself, like I got myself ready, or you got yourself ready, or we got ourselves ready, they got themselves ready, or he or she got themselves ready. The reflexive pronouns for I is the reflexive pronoun for I is me or me. For you it is te. For he or she it is se. For we it is nos. And for they, for ellos or ellas, it is still se. All right, so it gives a list of verbs here in flag number 1 and flag number 2. Add all of those to your notes with their definitions. We're going to be using those. But also on flag number 4 here, we have direct object pronouns. So we can replace the direct object of a verb with a direct object pronoun. Reflective pronouns always go before the direct object pronouns. So direct object pronouns, super easy. It gives an example here. Te estás pintando las uñas. Las uñas is the subject. And so the subject pronoun for las uñas is, or the direct object pronoun for las uñas is just las. So whenever we see this other example, cuando vas a pintarle telas, las is again the direct object pronoun. All right, so we're going to be doing activity 11, 12, and 13 to practice these things. But let's turn the page and go to the possessive pronouns on page 174. So possessive pronouns, they're going to show ownership. We've done these things before. Mi casa es tu casa. So we have me, tu, but we're really going to be focusing on this possessive pronouns in this green and red box. Mio, mia, tuyo, suyo, etc. We're going to be using those to talk about the possession or the ownership of a noun. All right, and we're going to be doing activity 16, 17, and 18 for this exercise. Guys, if you have any questions, please let me know, but I will see you guys on Monday. Have a great happy Friday. We're going to be on page 16, 17, 18, and 19 today, finishing this grammar section 1. We're going to look at Ser and Estar. I did see a couple confusions on the use of Ser and Estar. Just remember those acronyms. Ser is used for description, occupation, characteristics, origin, time, and relationships. And Estar, the acronym place, is used for position, location, action, condition, and emotion. We do want to learn Ser and Estar in the preterite and imperfect. Your book does not go into any detail on that just yet for page 16. So I'm going to post those conjugations here. Check those out and add them to your notes. Now that you've added those to your notes, let's continue on. We're going to do activity 14 and 15 for this section, and we're going to turn the page and move on, looking at the subjunctive tense for verbs. So this is a little bit interesting, maybe a little new, but let's just read through this together. You already know that the subjunctive mood is used to express hopes and wishes. We can use those with esperar que, querer que, preferir que, and to give advice or opinions with es mejor que, or es buena idea que, es importante que, aconsejar que, recomendar que, and seguir que. All right, but in Spanish, the subjunctive usually appears in the dependent or subordinate clause, and it is introduced by the conjunction que after the main clause. So we have our principal clause. It gives an example. I hope. The subordinate clause. I hope that, and it says that the trip to Toledo is fun. All right. So this little bubble here to the left, the cloud. It says to form the present subjunctive, add these endings to the yo form stem of regular verbs. So we're gonna create the yo form stem. So like, let's use tener for example. We have teng. That is the yo form stem. We're just dropping the o. Teng. So tenge, tenges, tenge, tengemos, tengen. All right. Or the example here: hable, hables, hable, hablemos, hablen. Notice that for AR verbs, it's really using ER and IR endings. And then for AR verbs, they switch to the AR endings. We have lia, leas, lea, leamos, and lean. So we're going to focus on that. Guys, read through this example here in the book. I think it'll explain it a little better than I can on a video. But we're going to practice this tense, this form, with activity 17 and 18. And that's it for this grammar section. So just take good notes, do some studying. I really hope that these activities help you out. But I will see you guys again on Monday. Have a great weekend.